What's up, guys? I'm going to be bringing you an unboxing of the brand new Test of Honor Samurai miniature game version 2. Alright, so if you've been a subscriber for a while and you've been watching Family Gamers for a while, you'll notice that Test of Honor is one of our newer favorite games. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm really excited. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So this is everything we get in the box. All right, everything here. This is what we get in the box. This is side. All right. So we're getting cards that were in the original Test of Honor game. We have a Unworded Samurai Hero. We have a special figure that comes with it. We also have another figure, which we'll open up and look into. All right, here's what I'm really excited about. Here is the dice. They're regular sized and they're updated. All right, let's look at the tokens here. Okay, we already have the tokens, but new tokens are always good. So let's look at the rulebook here. I really do like the way this looks. If you look, we have some really cool new ability tests, things like that. The way they designed the rulebook is really, really appealing to the eye. I like everything about it. Reading through it, it is a lot easier to follow. It answers a lot of questions. I want to go into that in depth in another video, but right, like I said, this is an unboxing, and there is the model that comes with it. That is this guy right here. So really, really nice new rulebook. Alright, so we start with our fate deck. We're going to start with the agility cards. So evasion, deflect arrow, and one with nature exactly the same. Now Volt has changed from the version 1 card. So Volt was pushing past a friendly warrior. During a charge action, the samurai makes a test of agility. If it does not pass, or lose a dice from a strike roll. Now, and it was ongoing, so it's still ongoing here. But when charging over a low barrier, if the charge involves a climb or a leap, make a test of agility. If passed, the terrain does not hinder the charge. So I like this one better. I think it's a lot better. So those are the 4 agility. So like I said, these 3 haven't changed. Volt has changed. All right, next are the coin cards. So Master Forged Weapon, Debt Owed, and Exceptional Armor is essentially the same. The only difference is, with Exceptional Armor, is that does not apply to unarmored warriors. So that's the only change from version 1. But essentially they're all the same. And now with the keywords you get unarmored. So this is just showing you that it doesn't affect the unarmored warriors. Alright, next are the coin cards. So Master Forged Weapon, Debt Owed, and Exceptional Armor is essentially the same. The only difference is, with Exceptional Armor, is that does not apply to unarmored warriors. So that's the only change from version 1. But essentially they're all the same. And now with the keywords you get unarmored. So this is just showing you that it doesn't affect the unarmored warriors. Okay, next in the fate deck is your commander cards, and we have special instructions, commanding presence, defensive drills. They're exactly the same, but we have a new one that's in order. So this is once per turn, a character can spend their action and allow a friendly follower within 6 inches to take an action instead. The action is still placed on the character. Cannot be used for avoid action. So that's something new, adding to it. I like this one a lot. Alright, so we don't have honor cards anymore. We have duty cards. So issue challenge, proud troops, and inspiring speech are exactly the same. But prayer for the fallen, it's a new one. Prayer for the fallen is new. So after this character cuts down a warrior, you may choose to take an honor card. Friends of the cut down warrior then gain +1 dice on the test to keep their nerve. So that's good, because I fail in a lot of nerve tests. So when you cut down, the nerve test is important to pass, and this helps you out. I like that one very much. Alright, so here we have knowledge cards. So local guide and military scholar are the same, but map is different. So in version 1, map was +1 on the tests of wits for a search action. Now map is completely changed. It is a character makes a free move action. He must move towards the nearest objective by the shortest possible route. Not bad. I think it's good. You know, the search action is good, but makes a free move action. That's so good. You can only do it once, but still, have that in reserve when you really need it. It comes in handy. Okay, so mastery. It's the same. Fencing, perfect aim, and defensive form. Exactly the same, no different than version 1, other than the wording and the awesome artwork. My favorite one is perfect aim. You give this to a samurai that has a bow and arrow, and it just works out great. So exactly the same as version 1. Alright, and the last one is strength. Okay, exactly the same. Barge past, tough hide, knock down. They're exactly the same as version 1. You know, the wording's also different, and also the artwork, but like I said, these are really good for your fate deck. Everybody loves the strength cards. Especially tough hide. Tough hide is very good, so you get a chance to get a light wound or 2 light wounds instead of being cut down. That's one of my favorite cards right there. Okay, so in version 1 you had a bunch of dishonor cards, and basically it said the next time any warrior in your force makes a test of honor, he loses 1 dice. And you get a bunch of these once per battle. Once you use it, you discard it. As you can tell, this has been used a lot. I've done a lot of dishonor in my test of honor days, but now what we have is 4 different cards, and we're going to go them right now. So there's 10 of them, and they're different numbers for each. So the first one is private shame. Dishonor. Once, you use it once, then face down. Your deeds remain unhidden. You remain hidden, no effect. So you get this card, it's you do something dishonorable, you kind of get away with it. The thing is, there's only 1 of those cards. Now there are 2 of these public disgrace cards. Okay, and this states that use it once. When the current action is complete, all warriors in your force must test to lose their nerve. No effect if you start the battle with this card. Okay, so there's 2 of those. All right, the third one, there is actually 3 of these. Your next follower's action loses 2 inches from the normal movement allowed. Okay, so that's a tough one, and there's 3 of those. All right, so the last one, there's 4 of these. It's called loss of respect. Your next warrior that takes a test of honor loses 1 dice. So there's 4 of those. So there's 1 private shame, 2 public disgrace, 3 timid troops, and 4 loss of respects. These add up to your 10 in your deck, and you know, this is part of the game that I really like, because you can decide whether to do a dishonorable act or something new, where you can use these, or you can do something honorable. Okay, so new cards. We have what's called the honor cards, and you will see that the samurai is paying homage here. So these are the yin to the yang of the dishonor cards, or Japanese, the in the yo of these cards. So the first one, there's only 1, and it's ask no reward, and it states that be satisfied that you did the honorable thing, but there's no effect. So there's the polar opposite of public disgrace. So now here we go. The next one is forward momentum. When the current action is complete, one of your followers makes a free action. So this is really really good. If you do the right thing, you get a reward for it. Okay, the third one, now there's 3 of these, and that is prove their worth. When your next follower to charge or shoot gains +1 to the strike roll and the damage roll. Okay, so that's you know, extra dice is always good, especially in test of honor. The last one, there's 4 of these. Okay, and it states your next warrior that makes a test of honor gains 1 dice. If a test is for a loss of nerve, then all warriors testing for the same reason gain 1 dice. That is very powerful. Okay, that's pretty good. So losing nerve is always tough in the game. It's really terrible when it goes the wrong way. An extra dice would come in handy. So this is something new. These are the honor cards. I do like this a lot. I think this is a really good switch to the game, something else to add to the game. You don't always have to be dishonorable. It seemed like if you were dishonorable, you would get some negative for it. But now, if you are honorable, I guess the dice gods will go your way. Okay, so here are injury cards for your samurai hero, just in case he doesn't get cut down. Leg injury, arm injury, torso injury, head injury, exactly the same. We have a new one. It is called the Lingering Wound. Works in this battle and the next. Okay, injury causes no penalty, but remember, a hero can only have one injury before being cut down. During the character's progression, this card must be retained for one battle after it's discarded. So having a Lingering Wound is not good. Carrying that to the next battle is not good. You know, you're going to have something like that. That makes your samurai hero a little weaker. So, can't heal yourself. So if you can survive this battle, then you can get rid of it. So, yeah, that's a tough one. But I really do like this aspect. I love the new artwork. I think it's awesome. Okay, so we have some new quest cards. They're basically all new. So Unbeaten. The number of enemy warriors cut down is 3 more than the number of warriors in your force cut down. Count the members of the group separately. That's your quest card. Okay. Path of Honor, you gain 5 honor cards. Path of Dishonor, gain 5 dishonor cards, so fighting against each other. And the Path of Balance, you gain 3 honor cards and 3 dishonor cards. So you're really setting yourself up here for a certain kind of quest. These are a lot of fun with the ongoing battles and things like that that kind of chain into each other. You know, you do a whole battle, you can do a whole range. Like in the book, there's 1 to 6, so you can do those. Okay, so let's move on to the guys you're going to take your characters in this. So the new thing is, instead of having a samurai hero, you have a choice of 2 heroes. Now they're heroes now. They're not samurai heroes anymore. So before you had the samurai hero, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 with 3 activations. Exactly the same here with a slight difference. So the armored samurai hero obviously has armor. Okay, and he has a melee weapon. Also, he's a clan, and he's in the samurai class. So this is your samurai hero, but he's armored now. So that's a new thing that they're doing, armor. So it you know, helps you out here. Now you can take an unarmored samurai hero, which is the same stats except for your agility here, or your avoid, which is 5 + 1 because of the unencumbered armor. Still 5 points each. So samurai hero and your unarmored samurai hero. These are your choices here. So they're essentially the same. He has armor. He is a little bit better on the avoid roll. So you got to choose what you want to do. So, but you know, this comes with a price because you do get extra on the damage roll. Okay, so in version 1 we had 2 of these guys. Now these were your you know, samurais that are, you know, samurai companions with these guys, and basically the devoted samurai and the wise samurai are essentially exactly the same. But now we have a little bit more diversity. We have 4 to deal with. Now these are called companions now. They're not samurai companions, they're just companions. So if we look here, the battle-worn samurai is got a little bit better stats than the other guys. The only difference is here is that his strength is a 5 and he is armored. Okay, so that's the only difference here. Now the devoted samurai, which we did have a card from last time, if we look, essentially the same except for your test of honor. Test of honor has gone down actually. So the devoted samurai here was a little bit better for test of honor. Now if we look at these 2 guys, okay, the wise samurai here, 4s across the board, but for some reason this wise samurai test of wits is a 5, which makes sense because he's the wise samurai, but he is also unarmored. So you're getting another one on your agility, and then another unarmored traveling samurai. This is the new guy. All right, and same thing, 5 + 1, okay, with the unarmored. So he's a little bit better. So you're getting 6 on that, on the traveling samurai. So this is really, really cool. You know, we have the new artwork. We have the new double flags here to show you the numbers and what clan they belong to. And the artwork is great. But the thing is, we have the unarmored and armored samurai to give you pluses and minuses when you're building your list. So essentially, still 4 points apiece. You can take one of each. You can take these two. It's up to you. I know it's up to you. Mix it up or keep an armored force. Really up to you, but this is great because we get another choice. So another hero and then another 2 companions to choose from. Variety always is great. Okay, personal favorite of mine is the sergeants. So now we have the Ashigaru Sergeant of Archery and the Ashigaru Sergeant here. All right. So the Sergeant of Archery, he's only 2 points, but you got to give him an extra point for the if you want to give him in a bow, and the same thing the Ashigaru Sergeant. Okay, you can't give him anything. So he's 3, he's still 2. Everything is the same, but something new, which I've been asking for. I'm so glad we got this. It's the Ashigaru Sergeant of Gunnery. Now, stats are essentially the same as the other 2 sergeants, but if you look, let's read this. May upgrade weapon for a musket for 1 point, making him 3 points. After the sergeant completes a move or reload action, one friendly Ashigaru follower, not a veteran, within 3 inches may make a test of wits. If passed, they can remove a reload marker. That is so good because the muskets, I don't know if you guys were playing, I was having a real hard time with the muskets. I'll be honest with you. Reload, moving, reload, move, reload, move. So, you know, test of honor is as you're drawing your tokens out of the bag. You might not ever get these guys. So if they shoot once, maybe twice, oh my god, you're so lucky if you shoot 3 times a game. So with this, to take the reload counter out, because you want to get your bows out, you want to get your Ashigaru out, but you don't want to get the wasted on the musket. It was almost a waste of a few points, but now with this, in proximity of say a musket group, this is coming in real handy. I think this is a fantastic card. Now these 2 I love. I would always take them, but I don't know, now with some muskets, I think in the battle reports I'm going to be taking these guys. So what do you guys think? Let me know. What do you think? This is a long time coming. I'm glad it's here. Alright, so something new. We have the Ashigaru Loyal Musket Men, the Musket Men, the Experienced Musket Men, Experienced Bowmen, Ashigaru Bowman, Loyal Bowman, Spearman, Loyal Spearman, Experienced Spearman. Exactly the same as version 1 with one difference, armored. Everybody's armored. So these are your armored Ashigaru that would be fighting for you. Okay, and we have the Ashigaru Banner Bearer and also the Musician. Everything's the same. The only change is armored on both of them. So they are both armored, like I said before, part of your Samurai Warband, you know, putting them in armor, not unarmored Samurai. Alright, some new stuff coming in hot right here. We have Pathfinders, Impetuous Rage, and Reloading Practice. So let's look at these. Okay, 1 point. Upgrade 1 group or 2 single followers. The warrior and friends within 6 inches can make move actions up to 5 inches through rough terrain. So that's pretty good. Alright, getting through the rough terrain. Impetuous Rage. Okay, upgrade 1 or 2 single followers, 1 point. When charging at least 5 inches, a warrior gains +1 dice to damage rolls. That's really, really cool. Let's go. This is the one I'm excited about because I told you about the upgrades to the musket men. After shooting attack where the strike roll was passed, the warrior may take a test of wits. If passed, he can remove a reload marker. That is fantastic. 1 point apiece. I think it's fantastic. I love these. Okay, so just like in version 1 where you had to upgrade a bow for 2 points, it's the same thing here. So now they have the symbols that you can do it with your hero or companion, and I like that it tells you that it may have a bow or musket as shown on the model. So you can have a bow or a musket given to the upgrade character. So that's a change. And in melee, the warrior will be counted as armed with a dagger. Now, we all know that that's the way it is, but I'm glad that they put it on the card, just make it a little bit more transparent, a little bit easier to follow. So you can have a samurai with a musket. That is something brand new in version 2. Okay, so I wasn't really going to unbox the dice. We could look at the dice, but I noticed something in the back here, if you could see the cards. So let's open this. Okay. So first things first, I really do like the bigger dice. It makes a big difference. The other ones were a little small. So these are much better. Good job on that. But now I noticed we have 3 more quest cards. First one is roll 7 or more swords in a single test. Roll all blanks on an ability test. And then appalling luck. Roll 3 or more crosses in a single test. So there we have the 3 quest cards and the dice. Alright, so let's look at the model that came with it. I'm not sure if this is the extra model or the model that was coming with it, but we'll check it out. Okay, you head to testofhonor.com for more stuff. And alright, so metal figure, metal model. Okay. Here, I guess this sword is, it looks like it's out, but I guess it's in its saya. So we'll find a place to put that. And it comes with the wooden base, which I'm not a big fan of, but it doesn't really matter too much. And here is his polearm or spear with the flowing scarf here. So it looks like it would go somewhere here like that. So running into battle, striking. This nice mini, a lot of nice little detail. Armored samurai, obviously. Some good stuff going on here, right? Not too much sprue. So the 7 Samurai had some nice amounts of sprue in it, but this is pretty clean. Very good. Loving this figure. Okay, next one, I'm not sure if this was the bonus or it was what came with it. There's the wooden base, but here we go. Here he is, and I guess an unarmored samurai. So how can you have a miniature game without any miniatures in it? And here is the sword. So he is drawing his katana like so. Nice detail on it, not too much sprue. I'm digging it. Got the hat on the back here. Very good. Nothing to clean up on this one. Really nice. The base though, back in the old days when I was collecting, having these were okay because these were the bases that we used. So basically you would set the model down and that was it. But now I don't know if I'm going to cut this off or maybe figure a way to put the basing around it. I'm not sure, but stay tuned for that. We'll do a quick maybe a tutorial or definitely show off the models that are in here. But yeah, I really do like this. This guy's really cool. Alright, so what I've done is I've covered the Test of Honor bundle. Now, in this, you get all of this stuff, and we've just gone through it, so I'm not going to belabor it, but, you know, the models, the dice, all that stuff. Also, there's an extra set of dice here, so that would be there. Also, what you get is the clan forces, but I'm going to break that down in another video. Okay, I'm going to break it up in a little more comprehensive video. Then also we have the enemy forces, which are another thing that came with it. And then the unlikely allies. So I'm going to get to that in another video. But I just wanted to kind of cover this because those 3 things that I just showed you don't really need to play Test of Honor. But this you need to play Test of Honor. You need the rule book. You need the dice. You need you know, your character cards, your fate deck, all your tokens, all that stuff. Plus now we have the honor and dishonor together, which has changed. So this is what you really need just to get going. Now, I know that the guys who made Test of Honor, you know, they were selling with Warlord, but they said you can use all this stuff with, like, say, other model ranges. I don't have any old model ranges. I do have some Ralparth of Ninja, the Grenadier Ninjas that I have, which I'll probably use with my ninjas. But I kind of like their stuff. I really do like what they're going, the Grey for Now games. I do have a bunch of the Warlord games you've probably seen in the battle reports. But let's talk about what's here. When you revamp a game, sometimes there's a little trepidation. I remember with Dead Zone. Dead Zone was one of my favorite games when it first came out. It's a sci-fi game. And then what happened was they went to version 2, and I was very, very like, oh my god, I love this game. Don't mess this game up. And version 2 came out, and it came out better. This, I think, is not really, let's say, a revamp, but a bettering of the rules, like a slimmed down let's get to it. Let's address the problems in it. And I think they did in this version right here. If you notice that there's we have the cards. There are very few changes to the cards. Unarmored and armored, guys, it's a good change. Honor and Dishonor, I think, is fantastic. But not only Dishonor was just one single card, but now you don't know. You might pull it and something might happen, or something really bad might happen. Honor, it might be something great, or nobody will realize it, okay? Quest cards, I do like these upgrade cards, okay? The range, the Pathfinder, the reloading. I think that's great, because that just, adds to your guy. Maybe your guy has been in the dojo and he's been working out a lot more. He's, Shinken Shobu, he's training for life or death, and then he's got a little bit better skill, so therefore it's reflected in that. The tokens, I like the new one. There's nothing new other than the objective tokens and the lantern tokens, but new artwork, whatever. And like I said before, the new artwork is beautiful. I really do like it. So this set with the unlikely allies and then the two sets cost me, it's like 105 pounds. It cost me about $130. You get a ton of stuff. You really do. It's definitely worth it. We're going to be covering it. I'm going to be going over all the stuff, the other stuff that I got. I want to compare version 1 to version 2, and then we want to get some battle reports. So if you're looking for Test of Honor videos, we got a bunch of them here. We already have a few version 1 videos, but now we're starting, like I said, with version 2. So if this is your first time here, do me a huge favor, subscribe. If you like this video, hit that like button. It makes me really know that I'm doing a good job. And comment below. Comment to see what you think about this. What do you think about version 2? What do you think about version 1? If you like version 1 better and you want to just stay with that, just give me a comment below, because we get the discussion started. I am on the Facebook group. I am in the Discord. We also have our own Discord, which you can talk about Test of Honor, and all the links are below. We also have a Patreon page if you feel so inclined to chuck in a buck and help us out. But I think this is great. I think there's a great move in the direction of Test of Honor. I'm loving it. I can't wait to get these guys on the table. I got a few models I got to paint, and we're going to get right to it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.